What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and don't forget we live every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, and we also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And join the channel too. Join the channel so you can get access to our exclusive content that we drop early for our channel members, and then also join the channel so that you can help the channel grow and give me more time to be able to talk this boxing with y'all, man, and drop content for you on a daily basis. But let's get to it and get it popping, bro. Look, man, Shakur Stevenson did an interview with the Breakfast Club yesterday. And I caught wind of it when I was over there chopping it up with my brother BFTB yesterday. And after I got done with him and I finished running around doing what I had to do, I went and listened to the entire Shakur Stevenson interview with the Breakfast Club. And let me say something, bro. Let me say something to Shakur, man. Look, bro, I understand what you may be trying to do, but y'all know how we do over here. Like, I'm fans of all these dudes. I got Tank beating everybody from 140. Damn, time to tell if I'm wrong or right as these big fights get made, but ain't nobody above reproach. And I can tell you I like your energy in this instance right here, but then I can tell you I don't like this, and this is what I think. And that's where we've come to with Shakur, with Devin, with Tank, as you see in the title of this video, bro. With Shakur specifically, he said something along the lines like, the businessman in me, I want to fight Tank because that's the big fight. That's the one, that's the money fight. I want to lay it all on the line. Basically, I get more money. The champion in me want to go get them belts from Devin Haney because I want to be champion. I've been champion in every weight class that I fought in, so I want to go get Devin. So he kind of played both sides. And let me just say, wow, Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis is a great fight, bro. It's a great fight. It comes a point. This is why we are who we are here at Knockout Boxing 86 TV. And this ain't to brag or nothing, man. It's just I'm not changing my viewpoints for none of these fighters. And I'm sorry, Shakur. I think that Tank Davis is a great fight. I do. But you've been far too adamant about Devin Haney to turn back now. I'm sorry, Devin. Shakur is a great fight. Shakur is a great fight. But you've been far too adamant with your talk towards Tank Davis. It's too late to turn back now. I'm sorry, Tank. Shakur is a great fight too. But you've been too adamant with your energy towards Devin that it's too late to turn back now. If you Shakur Stevenson in this instance, look, man, you done called out Devin Haney twice. You done became his mandatory challenger by the WBC. The WBC is saying that they gonna order the fight. And it's too late now. And you say you're going to make them easy work. You always got the best of them. You're going to smoke them. And people going to be how surprised and easy. How easy it is. You done passed the threshold of now you can just go do something else. The only way that Shakur Stevenson should be looking at anybody else other than Devin Haney is if Devin Haney blinked first. Yeah. Yeah, that's what. And I said this yesterday when I first heard it to BF, and I'm standing on that shit, bro. Like, the only way, in my opinion, that Shakur Stevenson should go after a Gervonta Tank Davis fight is if Devin blink first and do something else, drop his belts, move up, ducking Shakur and Tank at 135, or go fight Tank himself, which would leave Shakur with no option of Tank. Shakur got to go after Devin and Devin only because he on his side of the street at Top Rank right now. That's the fight his promoter talking about he want to make. You just got put in position to be the WBC mandatory challenger, right? You just got put in position to be the WBC mandatory challenger, and you've been talking mad. You've been talking a little bit more grimy towards Devin than you have towards Tank. See, me as a fight fan, the dudes that's talking the grimiest to each other, that's the ones where I'm like, yo, you got to stand on that. Because, see, the flip side of that is that if you talk all that shit and then go after something else, it's like, yo, did you really believe what you was talking? Did you really believe what you was talking? Because I ain't never heard you say you were going to smoke Tank like that. Somebody pointed to me that you're going to make it look easy. As a matter of fact, you give Tank his props and you give him much more respect than what you've been giving Devin Haney lately. So because of that reason, I want to see you go after the dude that you showing less respect for, unless it's a bluff and he the one you got the real respect for. And you turn around and you go after Tank, but you was talking all this shit about Devin. That's why Devin got to be he got to be the one that Shakur go after first. He got to be the one that Shakur go after first, bro. I'm sorry. So I didn't like what I heard on the Breakfast Club interview. I got what he was trying to say, and I'm not calling Shakur a duck. Again, all these three, we going to find out. That's the great thing about the situation we in 2023. We're going to find out. We're going to find out. As soon as Devin get done with Loma and May, assuming that he's able to defeat Lomachenko, we are going to find out what's popping. We're going to find out real soon, sooner rather than later. We're going to know who doing what, who really serious, and all that shit. So while I love what Shakur had did up to that interview made me step back a little bit and be like, look, bro, I hear what you're saying. Tank Davis is the cash cow down there. Tank Davis is the big fight. Then you should have been talking about him the way you've been talking about Devin, bro. You should have been talking about him the way you've been talking about Devin, bro. You done talked about Devin to the point you called him out coming up from 130 to 135. You called him out again after you won your first fight at 135. You got your promoter saying he want to put you in there with the winner of him and Loma. And the only way that won't happen is if Devin moves up to 140 if he wins. You got the sanctioning body saying that you the mandatory and shit. You said he was going to be easy. You ain't never said Tank was going to be easy. You said you always got the best of him. You ain't never said that shit about Tank. You said you going to do him so bad, people going to be like, damn, you are who you say you are for real. Well, I want to see that shit. So that's on the Shakur part. On the Devin part, this is why the shit fluid and it's so, I be loving to hear people takes and shit, but a lot of them be inconsistent. For me, though, Devin actually been much more respectful towards Shakur than he has towards Tank Davis, which is why for Devin Haney, his priority got to be Tank, bro. It got to be Tank. It can't be nothing or no one else. It got to be Tank. The only way he should go at Shakur and fight Shakur Stevenson is if he go for Tank first and Tank duck him. Yeah. That should be his only priority right now. He done talk the same way Shakur done talk too much to try to bend and curve into another situation. Devin done talk too much shit about Tank. He done talk too much shit about Tank to go in another direction before first entertaining a fight with Tank Davis. Yeah. Yeah, that's where we at. Same energy for everybody, bro. For all of them. Tank Davis. Like, cause I ain't hearing, I'm gonna stick on Devin for a little bit. I ain't hear Devin say that Shakur was cheating in the fight. I ain't never seen Devin drop sparring footage. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen him drop sparring footage talking about somebody Shakur about to fight is garbage. I ain't never seen Bill Haney talk about Shakur mama. Never, bro. I ain't never seen Shakur. I ain't never seen Bill Haney pass around the mug shots of Shakur when Shakur got arrested. I seen them do all that shit with Tank, bro. So for those reasons, Devin Haney priority, not Shakur. The only way Devin should be entertaining Shakur is if Tank Davis duck him after he get done fighting Loma. Tank Davis, you said you want to fight Devin and Shakur. Cool. I'm not saying Devin and Shakur ain't a great fight. I'm not saying Tank and Shakur ain't a great fight. Same thing with Tank, bro. You done talk too much about Devin. It's been too much animus there. Too much animosity there for you to go in a different direction. You got to pursue Devin first. And the only way Tank Davis should go after Shakur Stevenson is if Devin Haney duck him. The only way we should see a Shakur and Tank fight is if Devin duck out on both of them and move up to 140. The only way we should see a Devin and Shakur fight is if Tank ducks Devin. The only reason Shakur should be fighting anyone not named Devin is if Devin don't want to fight Shakur and he fighting Tank or he moved up to 140. That's it. Those are the only scenarios where these fights are acceptable to me because of the talking and all the extra shit these dudes do behind the scenes, man. It come a point. It's the same thing I said about Devin with the Lomachenko shit. You gotta fight Loma. You can't get away with, these narratives of him ducking you for 2-3 years. I never lose to a white boy in my life. 9 times out of 10, I do a white boy this, do him that, and then not fight that man, bro. You have to show us. Well, Shakur, you got to show us with Devin that it's really like that before you do anything else. Because if you don't, then what was you doing all that talking for? Was it for clout? Same with Devin. Like, you got to show us with Tank, bro. If you go to Shakur first and don't even entertain Tank, if you move up to 140 and don't even entertain Tank, bro, like, what you been doing all that talking for all the year? Was it for clout? If you Tank Davis, if you don't go right after Devin after all that talking, after what you said you want to do with him next after you get done with Ryan Garcia and shit, bro, no. No, and don't nobody come and tell me, man, Shakur Tank is still a great fight. That ain't no duck. No, bro, no. I'm not trying to hear none of that. When these dudes get to talking, I'm listening to them. When these dudes get to barking like that, I expect you to stand on that shit. And Tank ain't been barking at Shakur like he been doing Devin, so I want Tank to go after Devin. Shakur ain't been barking on Tank the way that Shakur been barking on Devin, so Shakur need to go after Devin. Devin ain't been barking on Shakur the way that Devin been barking on Tank, so Devin need to go after Tank. It shouldn't be that hard to understand, man. So that Breakfast Club shit, no. We not playing both sides. This is not Gucci Man and Lil Baby, bro. We not playing both sides, man. We ain't doing that. Everybody got their job to do. Everybody got their shit that they need to be focused on. Shakur, you didn't talk too much. Because if it was, the business side of me want to fight Tank. But them belts, I want to fight Devin Haney. Well, then you should have called out Tank too when you moved up to 135. And you should have called out Tank in the ring when they asked you about Devin. You should have mentioned Tank name too. We don't get to just throw Tank in the mix, bro. I love the energy, man. I love it. And I understand. I'm not calling Shakur a duck. I gotta be clear. I understand what you were trying to do. Because he has been open for smoke with everybody. He has been willing to get in the ring, and dudes have been ducking him. They have been ducking him. But now you put a target on one guy specifically since you moved up to 135. And the only way that it's unacceptable, the only way that it's acceptable for you not to fight that one guy that you put that target on in Devin Haney is if Devin decides to do something else first. That's what it is. That's what it is. And the only acceptable move that Devin can do is Tank Davis. That's the only move for him. If he don't go after Tank, then we're looking at Devin sideways. Or the only way I should see Devin and Shakur fight is if Devin try to fight Tank and Tank duck him and then he default to Shakur because he's staying at 135. If Devin go after Tank and then don't get the Tank fight and then just move up to 140 without fighting Shakur, okay, we got action. It look like that shit looks shaky. We got to talk about that. You know what I mean? We got to talk about that. For Tank Davis, I understand Shakur and Tank is a great fight, but you've been saying, you and Devin been talking all that shit too long, man. The energy is there. It's been there too long. You got to go after Devin first. And then if Devin duck you, then we cool with a Shakur fight. That should be the order of things. Y'all let me know how this shit should play out with this little triangle they got going. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Tank Davis. Which fight do you want to see the most? What can happen in these scenarios where you ain't calling nobody a duck? I just laid mine out for you. What you think? Let me know in the comment section. Comment below. Smash the like, sub to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. Don't forget I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.